Taylor Swift is alleging that Blake Lively is lying.
She seems like kind of a jerk. Wow, she's like kind of a bully.
And she's just very sarcastic and snarky and just didn't come across well.
It was just a perfect act of evil that was almost executed in broad daylight.
Big celebrities and top media figures are now destroying Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds after their lawsuit disaster blew on their faces. At first, Blake painted herself as the helpless victim, with Ryan playing the doting husband ready to fight her battles. But now the whole act has fallen apart, and Hollywood is watching as their carefully crafted image crumbles under the weight of their own lies. And do you know who's leading the charge against Blake Lively right now? None other than Megyn Kelly, one of the most fearless media personalities in America.
She's completely flirtatious with him. He is flirtatious back, but they're talking about their spouses, and it's all in good fun. She laughs and says, oh, did you get beard on me?
With decades of experience exposing lies and tearing apart Hollywood's PR machines, Kelly isn't just talking about the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni lawsuit. She's dissecting it piece by piece. From the moment Blake filed her shady agenda-driven lawsuit, Kelly has been one of the few big names calling out the contradictions, distortion, and outright lies.
She laughs and says, oh, did you get beard on me? She doesn't say, oh my God, you nuzzled me, and said that I smell good.
She even brought on Brian Friedman, Baldoni's powerhouse attorney, to break down how Blake and Ryan Reynolds manipulated the media to smear Baldoni while stealing control of the film. And since then, she's been on a daily mission to unravel Blake's fabricated victimhood. One of the biggest bombshells Kelly exposed was the breastfeeding lie. In her original claims, Blake alleged that Baldoni walked in on her while she was breastfeeding, making her uncomfortable. Sounds like a violation, right? Except the actual text messages came out, and guess what? She invited him in.
She said, he came in my trailer while I was breastfeeding. Well, then he produced the text messages showing her saying, I'm breastfeeding, come on over.
The texts show that she literally told Baldoni to come over and run lines while she was breastfeeding, making it crystal clear that she had zero issue with it at the time. But later, when she needed to build a case against him suddenly, she twisted the narrative into, he violated my privacy. Kelly ripped into this manipulation, saying it was yet another desperate attempt to frame Baldoni as a creep when all he did was follow her invitation. And this is just one example.
This is going to be used to create this dance scene, and no such moment is shown. Just watch it. Watch it. Right, and then says, smells good, and she says, it's my body makeup. That's her big harassment moment. They are playfully acting for the camera, trying to make it look like two lovers, two people in a relationship.
Then there's the insane dance scene accusation, which is so ridiculous that even Kelly couldn't believe Blake thought it would hold up in court. So during filming, there was a scene where Blake and Baldoni's characters were dancing together. According to Blake's lawsuit, Baldoni made inappropriate comments about her body odor, making her feel uncomfortable. But here's what happened. Blake herself joked about how her body smelled bad after sweating on set. Baldoni responded with a totally neutral, casual comment like, yeah, it smells good. That's it. That's the whole interaction. And somehow Blake twisted it into a harassment claim. Kelly straight up laughed at how pathetic this was, saying it's a perfect example of Blake trying to manufacture outrage where there was none.
She accuses him of doing something, which then when you hear the full context is nothing.
And this is exactly what Megyn Kelly has been exposing every single day since this lawsuit became public. She's been pulling apart the contradictions in Blake's story, exposing her PR games, and proving how the Hollywood elite tried and failed to destroy Baldoni's reputation. Another example is Candace Owens, who never shies away from speaking her mind. This time, she set her sights on Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
They're just trying to sway public opinion, and Blake Lively's PR team wants us to know that everything that's happening right now is hurting Blake's feelings.
She didn't just criticize them, she obliterated them, calling Ryan a manipulative narcissist who has completely isolated Blake from reality. According to Owens, this lawsuit isn't just a celebrity meltdown, it's a textbook Hollywood hit job, and she's got receipts to prove it.
I don't know if you guys have paused to consider that Blake's feelings might be getting hurt in all of this. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
One of the biggest bombshells she exposed was how Ryan allegedly cornered Baldoni at a private meeting and screamed at him over false fat-shaming accusations. Owens pulled out text messages proving that Baldoni was simply asking a trainer for Blake's weight because he had to physically lift her in a scene and wanted to avoid injury due to his serious back issues. But instead of handling it professionally, Ryan Reynolds allegedly turned it into a screaming match accusing Baldoni of fat-shaming Blake and threatening him. Owens wasn't buying it for a second, calling it one of the most blatant manipulation tactics she's ever seen. At the core of Owens' argument is this. Ryan and Blake have spent their careers carefully curating their cool couple image, but this lawsuit is exposing their real Hollywood power plays. Owens described the entire situation as one of the most carefully orchestrated hit jobs Hollywood has attempted in years, saying that if Baldoni didn't have strong legal representation and public support, he'd already be canceled. She even compared it to how Johnny Depp was nearly erased by Amber Heard before people started looking at the evidence. According to Owens, this case isn't just about a Hollywood feud, it's about powerful celebrities abusing their influence, weaponizing PR firms, and manipulating the media to destroy people's careers. She warned that this could have happened to anyone, and if it weren't for Baldoni fighting back, Blake and Ryan would have walked away as the Hollywood golden couple who won against an abusive director. But now, thanks to Owens and other media figures exposing the truth, Blake and Ryan are looking more like villains in their own Hollywood disaster. At the heart of Blake's complaint was the claim that Baldoni created a hostile work environment during the production of their film. She alleged that Baldoni's actions on set were not only unprofessional but also deeply personal, causing her significant emotional distress. These accusations were not limited to Baldoni alone. Blake also implicated the studio, suggesting a systemic failure to address or prevent the alleged misconduct. By filing such a detailed and far-reaching complaint, Blake positioned herself as a victim of workplace harassment, seeking legal recourse to hold Baldoni and the studio accountable. However, the lawsuit also revealed a deeper layer of complexity. Baldoni and his legal team countered Blake's claims, arguing that her allegations were exaggerated and, in some cases, entirely fabricated. They suggested that Blake's actions were part of a calculated effort to gain creative control over the film and undermine Baldoni's authority as the director. This counter-narrative painted Blake not as a victim, but as a strategic player in a high-stakes power struggle. Ultimately, Blake's legal complaint against Baldoni and the studio serves as a microcosm of the broader issues within the entertainment industry. It underscores the challenges of navigating workplace dynamics in an environment where personal and professional boundaries often blur. While Blake's allegations highlight the need for accountability and transparency, Baldoni's defense reveals the potential for legal actions to be weaponized in disputes over creative control and authority. This case is a stark reminder of the complexities and consequences of power struggles in Hollywood, where the lines between victim and perpetrator are not always clear. As this drama continues to unfold, there's always more to uncover. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single twist in this unfolding Hollywood scandal.